washed up 304s that are now hyper-religious wogs come in and they start to break down women of the world. So let's look at some scriptures to rebuttal this discourse around modesty being in the clothing. We all know that the most washed up 304s are in these church cult spaces, don't we, ladies? Yeah! Oh my God, these women in these spaces could teach me a thing or two. All of the 304s are in the church cult. They wear skirts down to their ankles, babe. The skirts are cleaning and sweeping the floor. They are the biggest 304s known to man. So it's got absolutely nothing to do with what you wear. It's a state of the heart. Because as we know in the Bible, it says that man judges the outward appearance, but God sees the heart. So let's kick off with 1 Timothy 2, 9-10. And it says, I also want the women to dress modestly with good deeds appropriate for women who profess to worship God. Paul connects modesty to good deeds, not fabric length. When you read on, Paul is literally saying the adornment God values is good works and not in your garments. Everything to them is superficial, is fake, it's the outward, it's external. They're all actors in there. They're all fake. They've got to package the religion in a superficial, artificial way that people can digest. The people that don't want to put in the work, the people that don't want to heal, the people that don't want to love themselves. So instead, they just fake it till they make it. And this is why these rhetorics around modesty is really dangerous, because you've got the most EVIL, wicked, washed up 304s doing the most that look like nuns. This is why the ABUSC is getting brushed under the rug. So it's got absolutely nothing to do with clothing. A lot of the time, the abuse is invisible because it's wrapped and covered with this modesty culture. So that's why I say that the modesty purity culture is eaten out of the grape culture. And she's a Jezebel. She will never marry. She girds herself with strength. Strength and dignity are her clothing. This is the modesty verse. This is what God is talking about when he's talking about modesty. When washed up 304s like Sasha come on because she got pregnant by Krypton and had a next baby for a next man, and then she wants to come and demonize women who are getting rid of babies because they don't want to be in her position and put her child in a confusing situation where she's like, who's the daddy? And it's all confusing. And it gives them trauma. Childhood trauma. And some women are not privy enough to marry a millionaire rapper. You know, some women are on benefits, sweetheart. Some women don't know where the next meal's going to come from. And so for the sake of their children, they're saying, if I bring another child into this, I can't afford this because then I'm going to be in poverty. So when you come on with your high and mighty self, sanctimonious, holier than thou, what you do is you trigger a lot of women who have been essayed and raped. And they did everything right, babe. They were virgins. They were in all the modest wear that the pastor still violated them. And it was not their fault. So these gal them, you need to think before you talk.